Hey you. Yeah you. Come here. Come here. Got something to tell you. Do you like UFC cards? Well, I think I just found one of the most undervalued UFC superstars in the UFC card market right now. You're about to find out about it right now as well. Don't tell anyone though. We're to keep this a secret. Stay tuned for this video. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back here to Main Event Cards. My name is Damien, and I do have a gold nugget of information for you all right here, right now. I think I may have just found the most undervalued fighter in the UFC card market, and this fighter is a superstar, and I'm about to go over all the reasons why I think they are one of the most undervalued fighters right here, right now in UFC cards. And to make you wait no longer, that fighter is Nate Diaz.
Who gives a f***? Is this the Money Channel? Who the f*** is this shit?
Now, before you go saying, Damien, Nate Diaz, one of the most undervalued fighters in the UFC card market right now, that makes no sense. I rebuke that. I rebuke that dispute because Nate Diaz actually hasn't had any cards since 2022. 2022, Prism, Select, even some Don Russ cards were the last ever cards released for Nate Diaz. Not only that, Nate Diaz only has one Chrome card. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know that Nate Diaz's only Topps Chrome card is 2017. It is this card. He doesn't have 2018 Chrome. He doesn't have 2019 Chrome. And Nate Diaz hasn't had cards since 2022. Now, what else is very interesting about Nate Diaz is that Nate Diaz doesn't really have that many autos. It seems like Nate Diaz and licensed UFC cards have not gotten along.
I don't like that guy.
It seems like they've parted ways. Nate Diaz's first auto is this card. It's a 2010 Series 4 from Topps. This is his first auto. It has that beautiful first autograph badge, which Topps, they're going to bring that back because they love watching myself talk about it, making videos just like this. But if we go over, we will check out the checklist that I have done. I've done my homework, guys. You better believe this. I've done my homework.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
Nate Diaz auto checklist. We can see he had a 2010 Series 4. That's his first auto. He had a 2010 knockout. He had a 2011 title shot, which that card was pretty cool. 2012 Bloodlines, 2013 knockout, 2015 knockout, 2016 Topps Museum Signatures, which was actually this card. This one, actually one of his better looking autos. Now, I'm not a horizontal card guy. You all know that. But this one, the Signature Swatches from 2016 Museum Collection, this one number 25, is a very nice looking Nate Diaz auto. I may say so myself. But we go back to this list. And then, no autos for Nate Diaz from 2016 onwards, all the way up to 2021 when Panini took over. He did have a signature, Octagon Signatures from 2021 Panini. We had the Octagon Signatures. He had a Select auto in 2021 as well. We then had the 2021 Immaculate. While, as I said, 2022 was the last run, not only for autos for Nate Diaz, but Nate Diaz cards in general. Nothing since 2022. He had 2022 Prism, which is one of his nicer looking ones, I will say. That is this card. And it's only his only Prism auto. We had the Signatures from 2021 Prism, but that was an insert, not the actual Prism auto. So that's a very nice looking card. This was that 2011 Submission Specialist from Title Shot that I was talking about. This one in the red ink. Pretty cool looking image there for Nate Diaz. But what is even more interesting about Nate Diaz and his card market, go back to this checklist actually before we go to eBay. He had 2022 Optic, 2022 Select. So really, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 autos. We're in 2025, people. Some fighters have 15 autos in the 1 year, but not Nate Diaz. As I said, I did some research for this one. Now, I will say he maybe has 1 or 2 more that I've never found, never seen that do exist, but got past me. But even then, still, we're talking 15, even if we're talking 16, 17 autos over a space. Nate Diaz has had cards since 2009. So to only have 15, 16, 17 autos since that time is pretty crazy. And what is even more crazy, we can see, I've got a little stat here. He only has 69 listings on eBay for his auto. So if you type in Nate Diaz auto right now, you're only going to find 69 listings. Now, why that is significant, Nate Diaz, regardless of what you want to say or think, is one of the biggest names in the UFC over the past five-ish years. Now, also some big names in the UFC who people sort of think that have not many autos. Fighters like Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor currently has 354 listings on eBay for autographs, which is, if you do your maths, close to 6-ish times the amount of listings available for Nate Diaz for Conor McGregor. Is Conor McGregor 6 times more collectible, 6 times more popular than Nate Diaz? You know, obviously, Nate Diaz never having a championship belt around his waist, but I do not think that Conor McGregor is 6x the popularity. Or how about someone like John Jones? John Jones, notorious for not signing. But if you go to eBay right now, there's 585 results for John Jones if you want to pick up one of his autos, comparing to the 69 results for Nate Diaz. So once again, if you take all this into account, I think we can agree. I think we can agree, people, that Nate Diaz is currently one of the most overlooked, undervalued superstars in the UFC with trading cards. I'd be very interested to know what you all think. Do you collect Nate Diaz? Do you agree with me? Let's to recap. Nate Diaz hasn't had cards since 2022. Nate Diaz only has 1 Chrome release, 2017 Chrome. Nate Diaz has about 15, 16 autos released over the space of 16 years. 3 pretty significant stats, people. Let me know what you all think in the comments down below. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts, your takes, but I definitely think if you want to speculate in 10, 15 years on a fighter today who's going to increase in value, you got to look at something like scarcity. You got to look at something at demand. You got to look at something like supply. And I think the way that we're going with Nate Diaz, I think it's looking pretty good. Let me know what you all think in the comments. I appreciate you all watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Definitely hit the like button. It definitely helps out the channel. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in here next time at Main Event Cards. They are one of the most undervalued fighters right here, right now in UFC cards. And to make you wait no longer, that fighter is Nate Diaz.
This is #1 bullshit.